In this video, we're going to take a look at a bunch of different ideas for how to construct tavern furniture for your role-playing and tabletop gaming. Hello gamers, Matthew here from Grey Army Gaming. Over the past week, I have been home because I have been largely sick with fever and some kind of infection in my body. But what that did on the days that I was feeling a little bit better was it gave me the chance to finally get busy constructing the tavern furniture that I've always wanted for my role-playing and tabletop games. Now what I've done is I've constructed quite a few different pieces, and I think what we can do in this video is to show you the different kind of pieces, the different kind of techniques involved, show you the supplies I use so that you can go ahead and make your own furniture for your own games. The first and easiest pieces are just the ready-mades. All of this comes from doll furniture, a wood piece and then some plastic pieces. All I did was I cut them down to the appropriate scale because they were a little bit too big for 28 millimeter. Cut them down, roughed them up by cutting the plastic. You can see on the sides of these, I put some rough cuts into them to make it look a little more beat up than normal. I threw down this layer of black, a layer of brown, and then dry brushed them with some gray and some yellow ochre. Super easy, super fast on the ready-mades. Next up are the semi-ready-mades. So this is a really easy way to do these tables. You see there's two different sizes here, a smaller size and a larger size. All I did for these was I took these barrels made out of wood for the large ones, and I took Games Workshop bases and just glued them onto the top and added some paint to them, no problem. You can see these little mats here on top. I took this little fabric here and just cut out squares from it and glued it onto the top of the table to make it look like something like a little tablecloth. For the smaller ones, I did something very similar. Instead of using barrels, I used what were these like little flower pots that I just kind of turned upside down and once again put a round base on top of it like that. Now, there's no reason that you couldn't also use a square base if you want to make a square table. You could also use like the horse cavalry bases if you want to have a longer table, or you could even go ahead and use some of these like larger round bases if you want to go ahead and make large dining room tables or something like that. But I just kept it simple with the small tables. I like the round effect, so I have some round tables that I can throw in the corners of my taverns. All right, and now we are getting over to the scratch build. Everything here is made from scratch. Now, basically, I just took these tables and I put a bunch of little matchsticks together, reinforced them, put some legs on, hit them up with some different colors, dry brushed them. This is just about the right size for our 28 millimeter figurines, so I really like the scale, and I like the look of it with the weathered wood. The material I use for this is almost entirely these balsa wood matchsticks. Now, I like these sticks because they are extra small. They're smaller than popsicle sticks. Popsicle sticks are way too big. You get a much better kind of wood grain feel when you have these kind of small sticks. So if you see here in this example, you can see each of the individual planks, and it really gives it a really nice, authentic look with exactly the right scale. And here are the final scratch build pieces I was experimenting with. I wanted to make a couple of round tables, also using those matchsticks. So I made a couple round tables to try this out and see how it would look. And I think it turned out okay. I like the wood grain once again on top there. And I mean, they're not awesome, but I think they'll do the trick. They look pretty decent. I mean, hey, it's medieval fantasy, right? Things are supposed to be a little bit roughed up. And here also we have an example of a chair that I made, also scratch build using some stirring sticks from McDonald's. Thank you, McDonald's Coffee, for sponsoring these chairs and these projects in this part of the build. And finally, the last piece is going to be this bookshelf. Now, this is made out of mostly popsicle sticks from ice cream for the shelves and the sides. But if you look here on the back, I've got a ton of these stirring sticks as well. Those are a little bit smaller, so they make for nicer, smaller boards. Hopefully the plan in the future is to fill this up with some books, but it's nice. I have this extra stick on the bottom that's a little bit wider, gives it some stability so I can set it out on the battlefield, on the table, and it will stand and stay put. Well, there you have it, folks. A quick look at how to get a full table of Tavern furniture for your role-playing and tabletop games. If you appreciate these kind of crafting videos and you want to see more of them in the future, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I will continue to make more content like this in the future. And most importantly, thank you for joining us here today at Grey Army Gaming for the future of gaming.
Ta-da!